Well, Fran Brown trying to start off his tenure at Syracuse with a hot start, playing a top 25 team in the JMA Dome. Hi, everybody. I am Colin Bashnigal, your host here at Bash the CFP Show. You can find me over here on TikTok or any of the links down below. But I ask, before you do anything else, comment down below what you think is going to happen in this game. And certainly, if you like the style of this video, leave a like. I would really appreciate that. And you can subscribe if you want to come back for more previews like this one. All right, Georgia Tech on the road at Syracuse. Georgia Tech favored by 2.5 with a pretty high over-under in this ball game. We're going to start with the Syracuse angle of things, look at what they did in week one and what they're looking like coming into this game. You can gain confidence if you're a Syracuse fan in this past game. Kyle McCord in this offense looked really solid through the air against Ohio. And I know it is Ohio, but they still look solid nonetheless. And Aronde Gadsden has proven to be a matchup nightmare his whole career at Syracuse. And then also with LaQuint Allen toting the rock too, they got a pretty good run game, which creates a potential for play-action pass for Kyle McCord to really be effective for Syracuse this season. Their big flaw, their rush defense. 200 yards for Anthony Tyus a week ago at Ohio. He didn't do that in garbage time. There wasn't really much garbage time to go around for Syracuse. He did it in meaningful time, meaningful snaps. This is going to be a massive concern for Syracuse in this game. Meanwhile, on the other side, Georgia Tech, that plays into their strength. Offensive line is really, really good. Returns 4 starters from a year ago, a lot of experience, and then only adds a great player in Keelan Rutledge, who's going to be an NFL draft pick to transfer from Middle Tennessee State. And then with Jamal Haynes back there and the mobility of Haynes King, oh man, this could get ugly with Georgia Tech pounding the rock on Syracuse. The other thing that Georgia Tech has a strength of is that short game through the air, using the RPO screen game and RPO short game with guys like Eric Singleton Jr., who had a breakout year a year ago, Chris Lane, the Texas A&M transfer, and Malik Rutherford, who went crazy against Georgia State a week ago. They do have an aggressive front seven on the defensive side of the ball with Tyler Santucci calling the plays as their defensive coordinator. They come after the quarterback, and they will come after you strong, and they are putting an emphasis on stopping the run. In their secondary, though it has shown to be pretty good, and it wasn't bad a year ago, this is going to be the secondary's biggest test in this ball game right here. So Syracuse's path to victory is pretty simple. Load the box and shut down the short game. You got to dare Haynes King to be able to kill you down the field, because Haynes King not being able to do that is going to be a path to success for the Syracuse defense. On offense, the throw game must be on, and they got to be able to, going back to the defensive side of the ball, they got to limit the yards after catch that Georgia Tech's going to get, with specifically Malik Rutherford and Eric Singleton Jr. But on the Georgia Tech side of things, I think their offensive line is going to be too overwhelming. Tyler Santucci's aggressiveness is going to frazzle a not super mobile Kyle McCord, and it will fluster him a good bit. And he's not going to be as accurate of a passer as a result. And then the perimeter speed that they do have is going to be tough to contain for anybody within the ACC. I got the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets taking this game in a surprisingly dominant fashion, 35-14. I think this is a terrible matchup for Syracuse. I think that Syracuse could be a really good team, but Georgia Tech has proven to just their strengths play on the weaknesses of Syracuse. The weaknesses to me is the composure and mobility of Kyle McCord and that rush defense. Tyler Santucci, aggressive, going to get after the quarterback, and they have a great offensive line and run game. 35-14, Georgia Tech wins the ball game. So that is it for this preview. I'll see you guys in the next one.